In this video, I'm going to be reviewing and breaking down PvP videos from the community to highlight tangible areas for improvement. Topics like radar management, flanking, communication, sensitivity, they all have an impact on your performance in the Crucible. If you're interested in getting your own gameplay reviewed, you can join the Discord linked below where I have a dedicated submissions channel. Let's see what we can learn today and dive into the first entry. All right, this clip is from Ray. Sounds like you're checking their KD.
Kill M and K.
I don't really recommend doing that. You know, I feel like whenever you check the other team's KD, sure, that could be good because if you see someone good, you know you really need to focus up. But more often than not, you're actually going to play different. And you guys are on game 7, I think. So whatever you've been doing has been working. So you don't want to play different. You should just keep playing the way you're playing. You look like you're switching your helmet. I'm guessing it's because you're like, oh, I'm playing a really good team. I should probably use Wormhusk. And for people watching, you know, this is a no judgment situation where we're helping people improve because we all make mistakes and we all need to learn from watching our own gameplay. So I actually respect the use of Wormhusk. It's a really good helmet and it's smart to use it, but I don't think you should have switched to it because you've been using Backrus since the beginning probably. So I really think that was the wrong call. Plus, if you notice, now you have 92 strength. On a hunter, when you get your melee back, when you're dodging, like you really don't need 92 strength. You only have 80 recovery. And so I feel like this build could be much more optimized. Like you could easily drop this down to say 70 and then move those two up here. You could get more grenade or more intellect. Maybe intellect, not so much on the Revenant, but yeah, I do think you could optimize this a little bit better.
Oh, they're in the Vitality clan.
Is that what clan?
Yeah.
I don't know much about clans.
All right, so I'm not sure what your one teammate's
know is that
doing
short
back
main
there.
full
They were kind of
slice.
sitting back.
Flank, going for flank on the right.
Good team shots.
Okay, we got to pick. Play that
That's
red.
the,
Play that
the-
red.
the- that's the sweatiest guy. The sweatiest guy.
Oh, back up, back up.
Nope.
Hit one.
Yeah, once your teammate got frozen. I guess you don't need to worry about that as much anymore with stasis, but
Nope. That's
Careful,
bad angle.
careful.
Yeah.
you're going on a flank here and you're not really communicating about it.
I think
No, my thing's in there.
they definitely can.
Yeah, okay.
You push way too hard.
No, dude.
Okay, yeah. Well, I assume Astro's about to die.
No, we
we
should have
weren't.
played the res, man.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, flanking is totally fine. Especially in trials, it's always good to get different angles, but like you need to communicate with your team, especially in elimination game modes, what you're doing. So if you're flanking, you have to tell them why you're flanking, where you're flanking, what your plan is. Like, are you flanking just to cause some static on their radar so that your teammates can kind of push in while they're distracted? Or are you flanking in order to cause some damage to them and sort of bait yourself so your teammate can come in and clean up after you've done a good amount of damage? Like, what's the plan here, right? So they need to know. All right, you guys seem a little indecisive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he slid across. You seem worried about crossing. In theory, you shouldn't be worried because Sizzle just crossed and he didn't get sniped, but
He's sniping.
yeah, so Sizzle should have called that out. He should have seen someone there, I imagine, when he slid across. Astro's popping his... Oh, okay. So you know what you could have done? Let me back that up. You have a dodge, right? Well, first of all, he's a Titan. So he needs to just put up a shield, like hands down. Put up a shield right here. Do that for the whole team. But he didn't, so it is what it is. You're the next one, you know, up to bat. You're a hunter, so you can actually dodge right up against this wall. Like literally do your animation right into the wall. And then that's kind of like a respectable 3-peak, so to speak. I do it all the time. It gives you a short window of time where you can see what's going on if you need to be worried about a snipe lane, for example. If you don't, then you slide across.
He's sniping. Body B.
He's pushing around back. He's pushing around back. I'm rotating. Rotating. Back up, back up, back up.
I'm burning one. I have one in my nade. Oh there.
Okay, so again, you're leaving them. You're not telling them. You see someone pretty far there. You know, I assume that you're going in thinking, okay, if I see someone, I can kill them. I can 3-tap them, which is fine. But then you should play closer to cover there. Like you could have come in and out of cover. You don't need to like push all the way outside and expose your whole body. I know you live, but okay, so right here. You know, why go all the way out here to the left when you could probably actually just hug this wall, go right up to this box right here, and you could just strafe in and out here and just peek shoot like bam, 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 very, very efficiently, and probably not leave yourself to any risk. And if you start to get pushed, if you would have been communicating from the get-go to your teammates that you were doing this, they would have had your back at this doorway if you needed to kind of run backwards kind of thing. Hopefully that makes sense. So you guys have swapped. Yeah, I think you got a bit lucky there. Oh, nice.
That's good pick, good pick.
Okay, so this is interesting. This guy. A moment ago, this on your radar was actually full. This was like that. So you guys got pretty focused on the fact that you got a pick. Like getting a pick is good and all, but pay way more attention to your radar because there's literally a guy right behind you.
I got behind you, behind you.
I'm behind.
So you're not helping them. And I know it sounds like I'm kind of like ripping your game apart. You guys are playing fine, but I'm trying to find every little thing that can help you. So in this case, you had the right thing in your head, I think, like stay on the body, right? Because so many people always forget, stay on the body, and that's good. But in this situation, you guys have someone trapped back here. Like that guy back here is trapped. And there's 3 of you. You can very efficiently have a 3v1 and then have probably 2 dead bodies. And at worst case scenario, you have another dead body if they come in and somehow get this res that quickly, and you've reset. You're still sitting at the same square one that you are right now, where you already have 1 dead body, right? So it's kind of like a win-win for you guys to turn on that guy really quickly and then come back here and face this last guy 3v1 again, or even 2v1 if for whatever reason one of your teammates trades.
Bro. He's one. No, we should have backed up.
Fuck.
I'm going to move on to someone else's clip just so I can get as many people in as I can. But I would say just communication and awareness of what's going on, so you guys know when someone's flanking and when you should be pushing together versus alone, would be the main thing there. All right, this clip is from Bunzai, or actually it's an entire game, but I'll just cover a couple of minutes of it and just point out what I think could be done differently. Sensitivity seems a bit high. Yeah, I think your title said you're working on your sniping. You think your sniping needs work, and I honestly think you just gotta drop your sensitivity. Goes for the snipe. Yeah, just a little more radar awareness would have prevented that. You would have known that he was there. Not bad. Waiting for him, backpedaling. This is okay. I'd say you're kind of sitting there a little too long, but now you came up. That's good. Getting damaged. I don't mind that preemptive grenade. Nice snipe. All right, so you saw people on the radar. Yeah, exactly, right here. With this SMG, you really do want to get close, especially because you have no ammo on your sniper. There was a lot of red on your radar there. You didn't really have to get that close, but it's not bad. Yeah, that's where you need to dip. Your radar. Yeah. So, okay. Kind of tough for me to show this. Okay. You see this lane here? I know this sounds crazy, but whenever you're kind of like fiddling around in this area, you really have to be aware of this lane right here. You end up looking this way quite a bit. I'm going to skip past it here because we already saw it, but you end up kind of looking in this area for a while and you're strafing back and forth right in this lane where you can easily get shot here. You do have teammates, so it's probably not a big deal, but yeah, just thought I'd point that out. You've switched to your sniper a lot when you didn't have ammo. I have the same problem sometimes too, but it's definitely something to learn, to always be aware of whether or not you have ammo in your secondary so that you're not wasting time switching to it if you don't have any. Yeah, you're definitely you're frantic. So there's a quote that, you know, a good friend of mine, Patty Cakes, has always talked about. Oh, nice try. And he says you need to play with intention. And basically what it means is like the best players out there aren't looking all over the place 24/7 all the time. They have an intent on pretty much everything they're doing, which means they don't need to move their cursor all over the place all the time. Yeah, I think we'll move on to the next clip. Those would be easily the main things for you. Your movement's pretty good. You just really need to like focus on not being so frantic and slow down. Just slow down, and I bet you'll be a lot better. All right, this clip is from Netieras. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. I hope you have Icarus if you're hoping to hit that snipe. Don't re-peek this while you're weak. Oh, geez, be careful. Okay. Okay, so first of all, you shouldn't have re-peeked that. A couple of things you could have done differently here. Okay, right here. I actually set my hunter jump to mouse wheel up. Like I said, it's a space bar and mouse wheel up. I never realized you could be on controller. I think you're on PC based on your aim. But anyways, what that does is that way, if I scroll wheel up, my hunter will have this like in between jump, which can perfectly go over top of this ledge right here without having to like climb up and put myself at risk of getting headshot. I'll like literally just hop right behind this box. I don't need to do a double jump or anything like that. It's super safe. So that was one thing that you could do differently to improve, you know, not getting sniped here. Either way, you end up getting bodied, and then you decided to peek when you were weak. And then on your way down, you got shot. So you were like one shot here. And I guarantee you, at least when I'm the other person, if I'm this opponent, I'm 100% expecting you to try and run away here. And so I'm going to hover up as high as I can and wait for me to see you running away to finish you off. So I think you got like really lucky not getting killed. Smart call, shooting the ice there. Yeah, okay, so your radar told you, that seems to be a common thing in a couple of these clips. Your radar told you there was someone there to your left, and you kind of like dodged and started looking at this area. But first of all, your teammates are already here. So like you don't really need to worry that much about this area. You should be more concerned about the left side in case someone is trying to flank you guys. It's telling you that someone's behind you. You reacted, that's good, but it was a little too late. Okay, so this is me being nitpicky, but okay, you missed your shot and you got hit. So to me, you better be staying behind this cover, or if you think for some reason this guy is going to throw a grenade at you, you better be quickly getting behind this other cover over here, which is risky because he could shoot you while you go across. So you have to make that decision. Another thing that you could do is actually dodge to get a visual on whether or not he's still looking at you, or if he is throwing a grenade, or you could throw your grenade down since you have an ice wall to your left, use that as cover to slide out, because it's all about survival. But you actually pulled out your primary and you just kind of stood here for a sec. You don't ever want to do that. Right there, just that little pause. I know that sounds really, really minor, but against a really good team, you're going to wonder like, wow, how did we get crushed? And that's why things like that, good players will capitalize on all the time. Good back pedal. Keep backpedaling. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, good play. I think I'll end it there. I know that seemed like not too much, but for you, I would say radar awareness definitely is the #1 thing that you should be focusing on going forward. And I think a lot of the other pieces will just fall into place. Okay, you're 3v1. It seems like you guys got this. Ooh, you should have your shotgun out there. You should still have your shotgun out. This guy's weak. Okay, so when someone is weak like that, like he was behind that box, his health bar was like literally he had like 1 HP. There's 3 of you. So what you need to do immediately here is just switch to your shotgun, start your Titan. So start hovering over this box, because this guy has, he can only go one of 3 ways, right? He can go this way to this opening, which your teammates got it covered. So that's cool. You can back up, which your teammate here kind of already has that covered as well, but you also have another teammate to your left behind you that can also shoot him if he runs backwards. And then he can run this way. So that's sort of on you and, again, your other teammate here to your left. So what I'm doing is I'm switching to my shotty. I'm hovering over here immediately, and I'm shooting. I don't care if I'm 15 meters away. I don't care how far I am from this guy. He has like 5 HP. All I need to do is hit him with like 1 pellet. Okay. Yeah, so the moment that teammate died, you need to communicate with your teammate immediately that you guys aren't going to try and challenge this guy one at a time, because he's probably going to win if you do that. Or a frame skip there. Yeah, see, your teammate went in there. And I imagine you guys were getting flustered. Oof. That's a little cocky. That's a little cocky going in there. Just shotguns ablaze in there. You just saw that he had an overshield. He wasn't very close. All right, you guys, you won, but yeah, that's definitely what the breakdown was. I think you guys could have won that very, very cleanly if there was no panicking involved. If you found it interesting getting another perspective on direct gameplay, or you'd like your own submissions reviewed, be sure to join the Discord and post some of your clips in our dedicated channel. On screen, you'll actually be seeing a clip from my last community review video that I did covering a variety of other topics, with a clickable thumbnail on the screen if you want to go check that out. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.